Just hours ago, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that President Donald Trump exceeded his authority when imposing sweeping tariffs using a law reserved for a national emergency.
Now, this all stems from a couple of small businesses filing suit arguing that the tariffs on imports from China specifically were unlawful. The owners say tariffs were so high it was impossible to get what they needed to do business. One big question now after the court's ruling is whether the Trump administration is going to have to pay back all of those American companies that have been paying the extra money when they bring materials in from other countries. In the past, the Treasury Secretary has said if the government were to lose in court, it would have to issue refunds worth about $130 billion. President Donald Trump has said he has other options to continue leveling tariffs besides the Emergency Powers Act.
But other alternatives will now be used to replace the ones that the court incorrectly rejected. We have alternatives, great alternatives. Could be more money. We'll take in more money, and we'll be a lot stronger for it. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. We'll continue to do so.
So that's what we're hearing from the president today. 11 Alive's Chase Howell, he spoke to a local toy store owner about this decision from the Supreme Court just a day after President Trump's visit to Northwest Georgia, where tariffs came up in his speech more than once.
While Trump was in Rome Thursday touting his widespread tariffs.
Tariffs, what would you do? You know what? Everybody would be bankrupt, everybody. The whole country would be bankrupt.
The United States Supreme Court was getting ready to hand down a ruling that would take away some of his power to impose them on Friday.
We pay it, we move on.
That's been Joe Novak's motto over the last year of having to pay tariffs. Inside his Buckhead store, Kazoo Toys, products from all around the world.
Sadly, I would say almost 90% of our product is brought in, mostly from China. Those 30% are difficult to manage.
Needless to say, Novak is relieved most of the sweeping tariffs are gone, especially because he was eating some of the costs so customers wouldn't have to.
It'd be great if somehow that money could be sent back to either us, maybe the consumers, the people that have spent that money. Maybe it's in a tax rebate for everyone because we've all been spending additional money in the last year or so. Am I counting on that? No.
But tariffs or not, Novak says he'll always do what's best for his customers. In Buckhead, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, so this is major news. If you are wondering when we will see those tariffs that were struck down removed, the Supreme Court says that'll happen immediately.